The Square Ball Podcast.
As promised on last week's show, then, we said we would do a report card for the players. We did a report card for the team. What did we settle on? Was it B?
Was it B? B plus?
B plus,
like
it was, I think. We gave the squad overall a B plus, which begs the question of then, before we get into the players, is that what you give Farker, or would you give him like an A minus, given what he's dealt with? Or
no, I think he deserves more than that because of the general shit show of the summer and the transfer window, and he's had a lot on, hasn't he? I think the performances are worthy of the B plus by himself, but the circumstances of him that Farker has dealt with, I think he's worthy of an A.
An A.
And he did that good touch on the sideline as well.
He did. A plus.
And he says unbelievable hard a lot. Which
I think A plus has got to be reserved for getting promoted, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
But A predicted grades, A plus, actual grades at the minute. A to A minus. I say I'm verging around A minus. We can't get ahead of ourselves just yet. We need room to grow and get better, I think. What do you reckon?
He's definitely in the A bracket because, like Michael said, he's had a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the style of football is generally decent to watch. I know there's been a couple of games it's not worked in, but overall I can see that there's a plan to play something like entertaining football, which is, after 2 years of Marsh and Allardyce and whatnot, is good.
Yeah, it's a tonic, isn't it? Okay, let's go through the players then, the report card scores. There's quite a lot, so we won't take too long and dwell on each one for too long. But I went through the squad on the website last night and put these names down in this order. So should we start with goalkeepers, naturally? Meslier and Darlow, what are you giving them?
I feel like Mellier's he's obviously been better, and we give him a lot to do with his feet. He's maybe not made too many actual saves. I'm sort of veering towards C.
Oh, I think that's harsh.
That's really harsh.
That's still a pass.
Oh, I think he's
got such low ambitions.
Yeah, I was delighted to get a C in some GCSEs because it's absolutely fuck off for some of them.
Has he made any mistakes? That's the question. He's been a bit flappy and looking a bit tentative on occasion. I was veering around a B, I think, or a B plus.
I was same as you, Dan. I think he's done really well, certainly compared to where he was at the end of last season. Considering, I think Leeds probably would have taken an offer for him if there was the right one there. Considering we signed Carl Darlow, and a lot of people were expecting him to replace Meslier. I think Mellier's been proper solid, and I think the only reason he's a B is because he's not actually had, like you say, loads of amazing saves to do. But then certain games like the Sheff Wednesday game, he's just kept his concentration, and when he has had to make saves late on, all right, they might not have been spectacular, but again, considering where he was at last season, he's made them. I think fair play.
Yeah.
All right, B, fine.
B?
Fine.
Yeah. B plus, Rob, or B?
No, you can't have a B plus. I will draw a line at that. You're not having a B plus for him. You need to actually do some proactive good stuff for a B plus.
You were fluffing Farker a minute ago. Bloody hell. Were you A plus plus?
He's the manager, isn't he? He's had loads to do.
Yeah.
Meslier, he's had hardly any saves to make.
Right. All right, then B. What about Darlow?
The arm.
We've seen him twice in the
arm nutmeg
in the league in the League Cup. He frightened me a bit at Ellen Road in the where we played Shrewsbury. And the away game against Salford wasn't great, was he, in the shootout?
He wasn't great in the game, was he, either? I missed that League Cup game, the first one against Shrewsbury. But yeah, against Salford, he didn't look great. But, you know.
Have we seen enough of him to form a proper judgment?
Great deal, have we?
D for Darlow?
That's generous.
Feels a bit mean. Should we say C minus?
No, D. He's been shit in both games he's played.
Right.
You can't be giving him a pass.
So on his report card, we're saying Carl has got plenty of room to improve.
Plenty of potential. He's in with a bad crowd.
Yeah. Sort it out.
The one thing I'm hoping for with him is that just having an experienced goalkeeper has actually helped Meslier and maybe pushed him to have some decent form.
Hence why he should have a C minus.
No, he's not done anything good.
D plus?
No, D.
D for Darlow.
And he's lucky to have that.
Right.
Frankly.
Defenders, we've got Ayling, we've got Firpo, we've got Cresswell, Cooper, Rodon, Strauch, Byram, Yelder.
Who's been the best of those?
Byram and Rodon, I think.
Strauch's been very good. I think he's sort of quietly gone under the radar a bit.
So do I want to single any of them out as being better than the others, those three? Are we happy to give... I'd had to say Rodon, Strauch and Byram all A.
Got a red card. Did Rodon.
Yeah, but that first one was never a booking.
Don't do the second one, though, after that.
Right. And did it really cost us that much?
Yeah, I think we'd have beaten Hull.
But he's been by
He's been good.
by
Yeah,
far
really
the best centre back. Well, you're going to give him an F, dickhead.
Yeah, fair enough.
Personal dispute resolution, by the way, Levi solicitors.
I think, personally, particularly because left back has been an issue for a long time, to just know Sam Byram's there and it's going to be fine has been probably one of the most pleasant aspects of this season so far.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. I can't believe just how good he's been. Not that he's been like unbelievable, but considering again like the recent seasons he's had, he's just made it look so easy.
Happy to go A for all of Rodon, Strauch and Byram.
Strauch, I don't know. He's done. I feel like in the last month or so he's done better. I feel like he was a bit shaky early on, but
Right.
then
A minus.
give him a B. I'd say. I feel like I'm being harsher.
You are,
You are. He's done nothing wrong.
I think an A- is all right.
Yeah.
Gives him room to
Collins,
grow
you
as
two
well.
are fucking romping the league, aren't we?
What are you giving Rodon then?
We're miles back.
A or A minus?
A minus.
Right, fine. And Byram we're giving a straight A.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been great. Fullbacks then, before we address the other centre of the pitch is number 2 Ayling, number 3 Firpo. Firpo, I'm saying F for Firpo.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen him yet. Ayling, he's not getting an A for Ayling.
Ayling. Oh, Luke.
Shaky in moments, but he's actually been solid in other moments. So
It's just that thing where you see him turn and trying to run back and you're like, oh no, he can't do it.
is it B minus? Is it C plus?
It's definitely not B minus.
I want to think good things of Luke Ayling.
I'm thinking C minus if anything.
But what about his qualities as a hype man in the dressing room?
Scored a good goal against West Brom.
Yeah, that was a nice header.
Who was it we beat the other week where he played well? He was sort of involved in the goals. It was away. Was it Millwall? I can't remember. One of the rubbish teams we beat. But yeah, there's been at least his bad moments are good value for kind of comedy, I think. But it makes me sad watching them at the same time.
Come on then.
C minus for me.
No, C.
I'll go C. But
Yeah.
Fine. In he goes.
Then we've got Cresswell, who we've not seen much of, and Liam Cooper.
I mean, Cresswell, I find it hard to really give him a score because I can't remember him doing much or having much to do.
did he start the season? In the
You were
team?
happy to cast judgment on Carl Darlow, though.
Yeah, we've seen him play 2 full games and he made mistakes in them. I don't feel Cresswell's done anything good or bad.
I've enjoyed Cresswell's ball carrying, which was a little bit reckless and crazy. He scored for England under 21s.
I'm not prepared to say that.
He was man of the match against. Who was it? He didn't play against. Was it Watford or someone? He got his man of the match.
Did say that, didn't he? I don't know. I feel like just a C for him because he's been fine, hasn't he? For Cresswell.
C for Cresswell. C for Cooper.
That Southampton game wasn't good.
Did injure himself scoring against Cardiff, which was good.
Yeah.
Not the injured himself bit, but
I'm kind of happy with a C for Cooper.
You cheered him off that pitch, Rob, didn't you? As he was getting stretchered off.
I feel like with both Cooper and Ayling, there are now there'll be some people saying, I can't believe you've given him such a high score, and some saying, that's really tight, they're crucial for the group.
Yeah.
So sorry. We'll just put him in the middle.
It's not real, is it, either?
No.
Doesn't mean anything. Are we giving Cooper a C?
Yeah.
Right. And then finally, Yelder.
Ooh, that wasn't good, was it, in the early part of the season?
yeah, he got mentioned in a Daily Email recently. And as I wrote his name, I was like, I completely forgot he still played for us, to be honest. But he's not the answer at left back. Let's just say that.
No.
D.
Generous. I think didn't he have to be withdrawn twice because it was that
At
bad.
half time, yeah.
It's a young player lacking confidence. He needs to speak up more in the classroom.
Are you hoping we'll give him a kick up the arse by giving him an E?
I'm giving him a D.
He's not a naughty boy, is he?
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean to be bad.
He's just struggling a little
You're very,
bit.
very, very generous shooter.
Next, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
We're generous because we sort of like these players, though. If it was last season, I'd be like, yeah, E.
Right. Should we move into midfield? Let's give Yelder a D, I've decided. Midfielders, Ampadu Kamara, Shackleton I've put into midfield nominally. Archie Gray and Ilya Gruev.
I think Ampadu and Gray, obvious A's.
A.
Yeah.
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 A+ for Archie Gray.
Oh, let's not let him get too big for his boots. You know,
Right.
he's a young man.
Right.
But no, I mean, given his level of experience and everything, yeah, you couldn't have really hoped for any more.
There's an argument for Ampadu as an A+ as well,
Yeah.
given he's our best player this season, probably. But
Yeah.
Ampadu A+.
Yeah, actually, why not?
Archie Gray A+.
They have been, I'm pretty sure from the player ratings, they are the top two, aren't they, as well? So, from the player of the year scores we collect, yeah, they are. Ampadu is current player of the year, Archie Gray in second, Sam
Right.
Byram in third. So, yeah, that kind of, it makes sense that they're all in A's and A+.
Fine. Kamara started to shine more recently. Definitely at least a B for me there.
Yeah.
He's done nothing wrong, really, has he?
I agree. He looks good. I think I said recently, I just like how comfortable he looks getting possession and turning and controlling the ball. You can tell he's a good footballer. And
Yeah.
I like having that option on the bench if he's not starting.
So we're saying, what, a good solid B? B+?
B.
Yeah, B.
Fine.
He's not played a huge amount, has he?
Shackleton?
I feel like a B for Shackleton as well, just for his adaptability. He's been shoved around. I know it's not always worked for him because he's been stuck at left back and on right wing and positions he's not really used to playing in. But overall, I don't think you could have hoped for much more from him.
Very solid B. I think Farker loves him, doesn't he? And yeah, he's done really well at either fullback, I think.
JB and Gruev?
C for Gruev, just because we've not seen him, have we? He's not. I've not seen him do anything wrong or right.
Putting a good tackle towards the end of the whichever game we played recently. We have a no mark we beat.
He just comes on for 6 minutes, doesn't he? And then
If he's lucky.
and that's it. So
Have we seen anything, JB? Has he played at all?
he played it against Shrewsbury, didn't he? And it was slightly disastrous.
Not good, was it, that?
I was really disappointed he didn't go out on loan in the end because he just looks like a player who needs to play first team football, but he also looks like the type of player who's going to make loads of mistakes, and I'd rather him not do them for Leeds, basically.
Well, given that Yeldo is in a similar bracket in terms of kind of looking a bit like rabbit in the headlights, D?
Because you've set the bar at that, I suppose we have to.
It feels a bit mean.
I feel like one disastrous half is probably deserving of a lower score, personally.
But then again, the data set's not big enough to... No?
It's only one. On that performance, give him a D, because he's not passed, has he?
Right, so we've got your wide men forwardsy types. Somerville, Anthony, James, Poveda, Nonto, and Sinistera. Should we deal with Sinistera first?
You, ungraded.
F for fuck off?
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
do. Nonto, I think, likewise deserves...
I don't want to give Sinistera a U because he did score at Ipswich.
True. I think Nonto deserves some deductions for the little Judas spell he had in the middle.
Yeah. And again, we've not seen that much of him yet, have we? Really?
He looked
Due to his injury.
good, didn't he, when he was playing?
Has he only scored once?
Yes.
At Ipswich. You do... Him and Somerville are a bit... I think they both look really good, but you do just want a little bit more from him at this level. And at least Somerville hasn't refused to play, to our knowledge, anyway.
Nonto C.
Yeah.
Okay. Somerville
B.
B plus.
B.
I'd give him a B.
Needs to work on his composure and decision making, but otherwise a real threat.
Yeah.
B plus will be back to the Netherlands on another holiday against the manager's advice.
It's coming up soon, isn't it? That?
It will be, actually, won't it?
Well,
Yeah.
his birthday. All right. Jaden Anthony, Dan James, Jan Poveda.
James has been good, hasn't he? Overall.
Yeah, I thought at the start of the season he was really poor for a couple of games,
Yeah.
but then since then he has been good.
Yeah, that Birmingham game. You
I
sort
was
of
done with him.
You went, oh, no, it's still Dan James. He's still doing loads of Dan James stuff. But he's been good since then.
Yeah, he's had his moments, hasn't he? B plus.
B.
B, I'd give him.
B. Jaden Anthony. I've liked what I've seen from Anthony so far. It's been limited, but in terms of time. But I like the cut of his jib. That young man. B.
Yeah. Or C plus. Just from not seeing him as much.
Yeah, B or a B minus maybe for me.
I
do think he looks good though.
I say B. He's not put a foot wrong, I don't think.
No, he's not really. Yeah, fair enough.
Given that Somerville's also ended up with a B, do you want to bump Somerville up to a B plus?
No.
Because he's contributed far more than Jaden Anthony in terms of, like, if you look at that, I think it was with Johnny Cooper, he was saying that Somerville and Ruter's combinations together, they've done a lot. B plus, I say, for Somerville. Let's mark him up.
Fine. But he's still not going back to Holland.
No.
No. Well, I did find that funny though at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's because it was Jesse. That was because it was in defiance of Jesse Marsh, which was funny.
Right. So then you got your attackers. We've got Peru, Bamford, Rutter, Gelhardt, and Matteo Joseph.
We've not mentioned Jan Poveda, have we?
Oh yeah.
The comeback kid.
C for comeback kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not seen much, have we? No. It's not really happened for him, but a useful option, I suppose.
So you're marking Nonto down for being a naughty boy. Poveda's actually been a really good boy, as far as we know.
Is he?
Yeah, I think insofar as he's turned up, he's looked quite decent when he's come on. Maybe lacking a bit of the quality that Nonto's got, but Nonto's been a naughty boy, whereas Poveda's been a good boy.
Poveda just got injured as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Joel Peru, Patrick Bamford, Jorginho Rutter. Is the easy one here Jorginho Rutter?
I presume you're going for.
It feels like it's got to be, hasn't it?
He's been great fun, hasn't he?
Yeah, like you say, just good fun, exciting to watch.
And
Ridiculous
really,
kind of turnaround.
he's grown his confidence in the classroom compared to last year.
It has.
Yeah. A for Rutter. Peru, scoring goals, isn't he?
It has to be an A again, doesn't it? Just because of the goals.
5 and 8. That's what we bought him for.
When was the last time we had a striker who just scored loads of goals?
I have just written for the blog about David Sommer, but that was about 2 months, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is it Chris Wood, the last striker we had, who you kind of thought he's probably going to get 25 plus here?
Did Kamar Roof have a good season?
He was
Fell
all right.
short of that though, didn't he?
He wasn't anything like Peru sort of rate.
I know there's kind of all the discussion about him. Obviously, he's a number 7, not a number 9, but all the discussion about his positioning and all that. But yeah, he does just keep popping up and putting goals in, doesn't he? Which is a very rare commodity.
Yeah, because I know we used to have it when we were generally not very good, but we had like Ross McCormack doing it for a few years, and then Chris Wood did it for a year. But then we moved into the Bielsa era, and it was just Roof and Bamford scoring some, but not that many. And it just, I don't know, it's been ages since you had someone you were like, oh yeah, he'll probably score today.
Right. A, did we say?
Yeah, I really enjoy strikers who basically contribute nothing but just score goals.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean, he's on for 30 goals this year on his current rate, so you can't really complain about that.
No, not at all. So we've got Patrick Bamford, Joe Gelhardt, and Matteo Joseph.
Bamford has struggled again, hasn't he?
He's not got injured since his comeback, touch wood.
That's true.
Which I feel like is a positive for him.
In some ways, he's looked fitter than he has for a while. But then when he's had chances, he's missed them again. There was the dive thing, which didn't reflect well on him.
He jumped out of the way of a vicious assault.
He would have been injured again if he'd...
But why did he go down as if he was injured in the initial stages of it?
Well, didn't he? Dived out of the way and then got up straight away.
He did get up straight away, but the way he went down was as if he had been. He wasn't. If you jump out of the way of something,
Yeah.
you do it in a different way than he did,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I think he regretted it instantly. You could tell by the way he jumped up and was like, oh shit, no, actually. I did. You might have thought of dive there.
I was just moving out of the way.
But I didn't actually.
Just moving out of the way.
You've seen it wrong, is what's happened.
What are you going for Pat then? Given the players we've not seen much of have generally hovered around a C.
Yeah. I think a C is fair. Thing is, that was that QPR, that game?
Yes.
The dive. Because I actually thought he came on and made an impact. I thought it was just a bit of a nuisance, but then that was a bit annoying. But then I didn't see his following performance when I think he missed a few chances. But I think a C is fair.
Comfortable C.
He's a nice option to have off the bench as well.
Yeah.
And just having another striker.
I do like how Farker keeps saying that the last time Bamford was in the Championship, he scored like over 20 goals. And you think, he didn't, but he's clearly told you that he did because he keeps mentioning it.
Joe Gelhardt and Matteo Joseph. Gelhardt had that appearance at Birmingham.
He's got a brilliant goal in the League Cup where he bounced off his thigh. Has Joseph actually played?
I don't think he has he?
Probably not, no.
Well, thanks for including him on the list, Dan. Well done.
I just copied the squad off the website. So.
Joseph, I think, can be ungraded. It's not really working out for Joff, is it? The hottest striking prospect in the Premier League, as was. I suppose he goes in with Yelder and JB, doesn't he? If someone who, the bits we've seen, it's not quite clicked.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I really want Joffrey to be good, and I still have some hope. And I sort of, I'm hoping Fark will just coach him, basically, and make him better. But it's not happened for him yet, has it?
D. And if you bracketing him with Yelder and JB. Well, there you go. That completes the squad. What do we give Melier and Darlow? I forget. Didn't write it down.
Melier, I think you bullied me into giving him a B. And then Darlow got D. which I was also bullied into. I wanted to downgrade both of them.
Melier at C would have been harsh.
I just feel like C is like the kind of is doing their job for the most part grade, which I think is probably describes how he's done.
Yeah.
But, fine, give him a B.
Right, so Melier B, Darlow D. We've got Ayling on a C, Firpo on an F for Firpo. Cresswell C, Cooper C, Rodon A-, Strauch A-, Byram A, Yelder D. Into midfield, Ampadu A+, Kamara B, Shackleton B, JBD, Gray A+, Grove C. And then you've got Somerville on a B+, Anthony on a B, James on a B, Poveda on a C, Nonto on a C, Sinistera on an F for fuck off. Attackers, Pirro on an A, Bamford on a C, Ruta on an A, Gelhardt D, and Joseph ungraded because we've not seen anything of him. Absent.
Yeah.
Happy with all those?
Injured is what you could say.
When you look at the whole set of marks there?
I think it's perfect, and anyone who disagrees is wrong.
Come at me, yeah?
Tweet Michael if you don't agree.
Well, there you go. The report card done and dusted for this week, and we'll return with all the usual nonsense. Next week, coming up then this week, we've got to speak to Phil, haven't we, in the next day or two?
We've got to.
We have to. What a bloody chore. Previewing Norwich with Phil. And if you haven't yet listened to him, go back and listen to our 4-part special. Or watch him as well with Ed Cowburn, who designed the kits this year. Find out the story of the peacock print, the rhubarb and custards. Even the white kit has got a bit of a story to it, even though you think it's dead simple to design that, wouldn't you? Like there are design choices that went into that to deal with like Adidas restrictions and parts of the template and UEFA rules and all that sort of stuff. So it's good, wasn't it? It was good.
It was good. I enjoyed doing it.
And we spoke to Johnny Cooper as well, just before the weekend, but that came out on Tuesday as well. Have a look out for that. It's the trends so far in the season, of which there are a number of interesting things that jump out, including...
I can't remember.
I did that to you on purpose. What? The clean sheets? The unusually good starts by other teams?
The fact that Leicester and Ipswich have more or less cheated to get as many points as they have. It's not fair.
And we actually found out who the most box office player at Leeds, I was going to say is, but it's actually, and here's a little clue, has now gone. The most box office player at Leeds in years, Rob. In 100 years, no less.
Was it Rasmus Christensen?
No, it wasn't. It's Alda Costa. I've spoiled it for you. Right, we'll wrap it up there. We'll see you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.